Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Before we get started, to help support the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. That really helps out. It gets the algorithm going a little bit. And also hit that subscribe button. That way you stay updated on when my new videos drop. So anyways, this video is gonna be what I bought this week or the last 2 weeks or whatever. So if you all know, I collect and collected editions, meaning trade paperbacks or hardcovers. I have a few singles because I'm gonna be buying more because I'm working on some projects, and we'll get into that later. So anyways, the first book I bought is this one. It's from DC's Finest. It's the first time I bought a book from this line. So it's DC's take on like Marvel's Epic collection, and it's this character Static. So I've had a lot of interest in this character the last maybe 2 years, but I just haven't read anything of his. It just hadn't been in the right format for me. So let me flip to the pages a little bit. Okay, so these are standard size, and when these came out, you get almost 500 pages for 40 bucks. Online, they're about $25. That's a great deal. That's what Marvel's Epic collections used to give you. Now they're like 60 bucks. So the price is getting kind of up there. So yeah, this collects the first 15 issues of Static Shock. Tells you here, this first issue is called Playing with Fire. Dwayne McDuffie and these other characters. Okay, so I'm just opening it for the first time with you guys. The art, it definitely looks like it kept the original coloring and everything, which I like. I like the stuff not to be messed with. I know sometimes when you repolish it up, it looks better, but not always. And sometimes you just want it to look like the original comic book so you can get a feel of how things worked back then and how the colors and all that stuff, how things were before, so you can appreciate the current stuff more. And we don't see where it came from, right? So yeah, this guy has this like Malcolm X hat, right? So I guess he's very like Black Power. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting from right here. I think the artist Jim Lee used to wear these types of hats a lot back in his days, when in his youth. So yeah, that's the art style. To me, it looks very like gritty, right? Like it's grounded, it's street level. I like that stuff. I like Punisher. I like Wolverine when he's on his own series. So I like this feel. I like some superhero stuff, but I feel I enjoy this more. Wow, this guy's bulky. For some reason, I thought he was a little thin guy like Spider-Man, like Peter Parker. But this guy got some size to him. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's go to some of the other pages here. Okay, we do get the covers. And it does say issue 2, DC, the old logo. So these books came out back then when DC had that bullet logo, which it recently has gotten again. Okay, I love when they do this. Show the title, show the number and everything. I noticed it has this M or milestone. It's milestone. So I guess it was like a spin-off or something to DC Comics. I don't know if these characters came out with Batman and with like the main series, or if it's like an alternative universe. I'm not sure how that works, but I do like that it shows the covers. I really would have liked if the artwork went all the way to the end, like like the original covers would be. But that's fine. It's not a huge deal. Marvel does the same thing. I don't know why they give us those borders. The pages, they're a little bit thin, but it is a paperback, and I mean, for the price, I am not complaining. The print quality is nice. Everything looks good. The letters look sharp. Everything but the girl, it says right here. All right. Let's see. This art style is it has a little bit of that John Romita. Like, look at the lips. Has those lines. And here too, like those cross hatching. These are issues that were printed between 93 and 94. So I know that cross hatching was kind of in at that time, but you can see here it's already taking, this is like different than what was popping at that time. From like Liefeld and Jim Lee and all that. This is definitely its own take. Just the shadings are similar. Oh, he has a gat right here. Very street level. Got the baggy clothes, a big jacket. All right. Ooh, look at him. Yeah. So okay, let's flip a little bit to these other ones. I'm very hyped to get started on this one. I hear good things, and I am trying to do some 90s reading of series that were in the 90s and kind of didn't, didn't go past the 90s. That's the only time they were really popular, or only ran 50 issues, 70 issues, things like that. So I do want to collect that kind of stuff, and I want to start dropping videos on those, and then kind of just see what I liked more, or what was bad, what was good. Okay, so yeah, this looks pretty good, man. Script by Robert L. Washington. So the script, does that still mean the writer? And then it says pencils by John Paul Leon. Nice. Okay, let's get to, you know what? Let's check the end of it. Does it have like extras and stuff? Nah, it's not like the Masterworks have like bonus material. This just finishes the story. No big deal. We get some of the covers right here. Pretty cool. Very, very happy with this one. The book I picked up was this one, Wolverine Weapon X by Barry Wintersmith. It's a trade paperback. I got this for $5, so that's a killer deal. Look how much material you're getting for $5. Totally worth it. And it's a little jacked up and stuff. I think I paid $8 because I paid $3 shipping. So it's a little jacked up and stuff. No big deal to me. I really wish this story was collected in the Epic collections of Wolverine. It is not on there. And at least not yet, and I'm not sure it's going to be, because I noticed they're not including the Marvel Presents storylines, and this is on Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine. So anyways, we'll talk about this a little bit more in a minute. And I also got this one. This one I also got for like $8. This was Weapon X, Wolverine Weapon X Unbound. So yes, it collects that infamous issue 50, and this is the cover. Cover here has been recolored a little bit, but inside you get the actual cover with the old school colors. So I like that you get both. That's pretty cool. So this collects issues 47 to 57 of the 1988 series, being the original Wolverine run. So I was thinking, you know what? Let's flip through the pages a little bit. All right, so here you see some dings up here. Like I said, I got this for about $5. It has a few scratches on the cover. Not a big deal to me. I'm getting some of these storylines, some of these paperbacks, because on the Omnis, I do want to read all the material, but it's not all of it is material I would reread. So once I'm done with them, I might sell them, and I'm only gonna buy in these paperbacks the essentials. I love that this used the old school newspaper print paper. Look at this looks real nice. Because one, the paper is lighter, so the book is lighter. So when you have 20 of these in a box, it's much lighter. Two, the colors, when it's on this paper, they look like they were in the original single issues because they used this paper back then. So when you have it in that new glossy paper, the book is heavier, the colors are brighter, so they don't look like they looked in the original. They almost look like they're recolored, even though they're not. It's just the color holds its brightness because of that glossy paper. And sometimes you want some of that color to sink in, look muddled, so it can look like the original. And more importantly, on a story like this, you don't want those bright, fun colors, because this is not a bright, fun story. You want it dark. You want that tone. You don't want it looking like a circus, or like a party. And these type of colors, they use a lot of these fluorescent colors in the storyline, and with that glossy paper, I will not like the way that looks. It will totally ruin the mood it's going for. It's not going for like a happy vibe, you know what I mean? It's going for its own thing, and it's if you haven't read it, it's the complete opposite of that. So anyways, this looks really good. I'm glad I went with this paperback. And I mean, at $5, bro, the single issues that are like 20 pages go for $5. Oh man, yeah, look at the pages here. Even the white is really sharp. It's still really bright white. It's not yellowing. Yeah, so this is the story. It's an infamous story. They used it in the video game, if you've ever played. I think it's one of those old PlayStation 2 video games. All right, so this looks good. So yeah, I'm hyped to get on this one, man. Okay, this next storyline is Weapon X Unbound. So after that first Weapon X, that connects heavily with this one. The other one was Wolverine getting tortured, experimented on. He's kind of a rookie, didn't know what's going on. In this one, he is now no longer just Logan. Like now he's Wolverine with the X-Men. So he knows his shit now. And he's going back to that program that it's called the Weapon X program. So anyways, this first issue is very filler. We got this guy here with the gun and Wolverine, and this is just a play on stuff that was happening at this time. You know, this guy is stealing from his mom. He goes to a bank and steals, and he's doing drugs. He's just like, he's wilding now, homie, basically. And he sees Wolverine, and it's a story of just, you know, things that were happening a little too often back then. And it's just kind of telling kids, don't live this life, because this is what it leads to an early grave. It was not a bad issue, but it was not important. It's very filler. So now here's where the story really starts. Issue 48. Again, we get that same cover now with the original coloring. Okay, so this is a good story because Wolverine goes back to the Weapon X program and he has all these memories and he doesn't know what's real and what's not. Because Professor X, I believe, is one of the guys kind of telling him some memories have been implanted in you, that stuff that didn't really happen. So he doesn't know what really happened, what didn't, and he doesn't know his past. So us as the reader, along for the ride with him, we're like, is this real? Is that not real? Kind of keeps you guessing. It's a good story, and I would say it's an essential read for Wolverine. It really builds on the Weapon X program and the mythos, because for a while we thought Weapon X was just Wolverine. Now we find out it's a program that was Weapon X, not him. And there's a lot of other people they also experimented on that were victims of this Weapon X program. Before, when they mentioned Weapon X, we just thought, oh, Weapon X, that's Wolverine there. But no, it was that whole facility. And man, it just messing with their heads. So yeah, I would say you read that other one, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend to read this one right after, but they go together for sure. This just continues on that story. And I thought it was well done. It wasn't bad. I also picked up these two. It says Dark Crossing. It's a 2-issue miniseries with Witchblade and Tomb Raider. So yeah, I'm definitely like in a 90s kick right now. I got these from mycomicshop.com. So the thing is, these are like giant size issues. They're glued binding too. They're not even staples, right? A lot of people hate those because they fall apart. But anyways, my point being that the fact that they're thick, each one is like 2 issues. So it's really like a 4-issue miniseries. Never read this. I do like the covers. And I am reading Witchblade and Tomb Raider. Like I said, I'm kind of on a 90s kick right now. So because I want to do a lot of these series that were going on at that time. And in the channel, you know, I do those videos that are full stories where I kind of just read the story back to you and show the panels. So you're going to be seeing Witchblade. You're going to be seeing Tomb Raider. And then as I'm done with some videos or some series, I'll do full long format videos kind of talking about my overall thoughts on them, and also what I thought, which series was better than which one, or what character, stuff like that. That'll be projects down the road. So hopefully you guys watch some of those. Let's flip through some of these pages. Okay, so this is the 2 covers right here. Fan of the covers for sure. Looks pretty good. So this would be the part 2. Let's read this one first. Let's flip through the pages of this one first real quick. I know with these, the binding is really bad. Obviously, that's why people like staples on these. Some of the artwork, it's a bit rough. Get Laura right there. But it's serviceable. It's not terrible art. Look, see here, it looks really good. Just not a fan of this artist's interpretation of Laura Croft. But Witchblade looks really good right here, man. And she has horns, so it's obviously she's some type of demonic possession, right? That's probably why it's called Dark Crossing. So yeah. Oh, we got some dragons here. All right, well. So we'll check out the other book real quick. Okay, so this one, let's check out. The printing quality looks a lot better here on this part 2. Oh yeah, a lot sharper, less muddled. I wonder if that's just the art, like it's a different artist, or if it's just the printer they use. Because this looks like miles better than that other one. So yeah, expect, if you have not read this, expect a video on the full story, me kind of reading it back to you as soon as I'm done. All right, let's get to the next book. So this one is Spawn Godslayer. We got that Image logo still up there. I wouldn't have mind having this in a hardcover, the deluxe editions, but yeah, that's fine. Just because, look at this. So I believe this is not part of continuity. I think it's its own thing. But the binding's a little bit tight, I mean, it's glued binding, it's a paperback, but this is real thick compared to that DC one. This is much thicker and sturdier, which is harder when you fold it. It almost feels like it's becoming unglued. So look, it already is. Look at that. It's already becoming kind of unglued, but it is what it is. I was kind of expecting that from this book when I felt how sturdy the cover was. So I would have liked this in the hardcover for that reason, with its own binding. So look at this art right here. It's it reminds me, it's a lot like Renaissance art. It really reminds me of Michelangelo. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with him. I doubt somebody doesn't know who he is. He's a famous painter back in the old centuries ago, right? Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles was named after him. He painted churches and stuff like that. So here's the cover. The cover to the first issue. These don't have the lettering or names or anything. So it is what it is, right? But even this picture, it really looks like something that belongs in a church. It just looks like that to me. The only difference is instead of like Jesus Christ or an angel, they got this demonic looking creature, right? So anyways, look at the art, man. Woo! I mean, I'm blown away. It looks really good. I'm a fan. Some people might not enjoy this art just because it looks a little bit like that digital art. One thing I'm not a fan of is this lettering. It's terrible. Terrible. One, it's too small, it needs to be a little bigger. And two, it has no background on it, so it gets muddled in with the background of the artwork. So it makes it harder to read it. Look, we get a lot of that in the narration. At least the speech bubbles have white on the background so we can see what the letters are. They stand out. All right, here's another page. We got some dragons. So it's definitely of that Conan era, if you follow Conan the Barbarian. This might be maybe medieval Spawn or something. Not sure. But if you don't follow Spawn and you kind of want to just pick up a book, or judging from this video, you like the art, I think you can just go ahead and pick it up. I don't think it connects with continuity. It's its own thing. But yeah, man, I'm a fan of this art right now. I'm enjoying it. But I have not read this. And again, look at this. Again, you have to read it first, because just looking at the pictures, this works for covers and stuff like that. It looks nice. Just like Alex Ross, he can do the cover and sell a book. But when you see his interiors, I'm not a fan. The action moves slow, it's stiff, it doesn't flow. So this art, while it looks nice, I have to actually read it and see how it moves. See if it does it for me. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, let's get to the next book. This another 3-issue story arc of the Violator. So this goes, I think, in between like Spawn issue 8 or something. So this is gonna be interesting. I've never read this. Don't know what the hell to expect. This is the glossy paper now. The binding again is terrible. It's a paperback, and these Spawn ones they tend to be the worst ones. We do get the covers, so that's cool right there. The artist is Bart Sears. Okay, this is his McFarlane interpretation. It doesn't look bad. It's very good. It looks very similar to McFarlane's. It's just the storytelling that's gonna be a lot different. See, like McFarlane wouldn't constantly do this. His panels are all over the place. These are very like the same. Oh, look at this. Damn. So I guess he's in hell. And this looks like it's going to be a lot of brutality, a lot of action. So again, expect the Spawn ones. Same thing, episodes 1, 2, reading the stories back to you. All right, this was the big book for the week. It's Wonder Woman by Greg Rucka, Omnibus. Check this out. It's a freaking huge book. This is like a month's worth of reading with these. So you do get your money's worth. But when you're trying to read a lot of books at once, it feels like, oh, it's taking me forever to read it. But when you just buy one, take your time reading it before you buy another, let it soak in and stuff, you really feel you got your money's worth with these. Book is supposed to take you a long time. Enjoy it. Like, you don't want it to just finish right away and have to go spend more money, right? So yeah, this is obviously more modern. This is not 90s. It's the only book here that I believe is not 90s. I think this is, oh, that looks pretty good right there. So I believe this is, what is it, 2008 maybe, something like that. So it's still old school, but not like ancient. Flip to, wow, this is still the, woo, damn. Wonderful words, a goddess speaks. Princess Diana of Temisera, whatever. Wow, why does she have this? Is this a painting or a poster? Well, there's her costume over there. Like, a lot of good is gonna do you back there. Okay, so I guess they're in a painting class here. That was pretty interesting. A Superman here. Oh, this art is a little bit different. It's a more simplistic. Not a lot of shadings or details. Which is not a bad thing. It's just going for its own thing. See the covers here? Okay, we do get the covers. Don't tell us what it, oh, it does tell us what issue right here. This is Wonder Woman issue 197. Okay. So yeah, I can't wait to get on this one too. But I'm definitely gonna read some of those other ones first. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit that like button like I said. And hope you guys leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know if you have any of these. What did you think about them? And other than that, I'll check you guys out next time.